Hey, Milk with Pulp here. If you made it this far, please give a like, perhaps comment, even subscribe. Any little bit helps the channel and shows me what you want to see. So with that out of the way, let's get right back to it. Chapter 7. Team No Sleep. Amity opens her eyes to the dimly lit medium room in her family shop. She presses a hand to her forehead.
Ow, my head.
A headache started to bloom the moment she stepped foot outside the hospital. The young blight fears whatever demon is haunting the halls decided to attach itself to her. No, she's just being paranoid. Realistically, how can she put her body through sleep deprivation without any repercussions? The other day, she was awake for 24 hours and consuming multiple energy drinks, ignoring the warning label. Amity snaps her head up towards the door. The quick action causes a sharp pain to jump into the base of her skull. Oh, Mittens! The sing-song voice belongs to her feminine brother. It seems like he recognizes the annoyed expression, as he only peeks his head out from the doorway. Mom wants to see you. Em also sings. Her head is right above her twin. Today, she is sporting a large black bow in her mint green hair. If it wasn't for their shared fear of Odalia, Amity is sure both of her siblings would cross-dress. Well, more Ed than Em. The younger sibling rolls her eyes at the twins. She slowly rises from her plush office chair, but pauses once Ed opens his mouth. Mittens and the girl sitting in a tree. Amity's face turns a bright shade of red. She doesn't care if Ed is wearing makeup. She'll wipe his shit-eating grin off along with his nude lipstick. Em picks up on the teasing and joins in. Kissing. Amity grabs the closest object on the table to throw at her siblings. She lobs a half-empty can with a red and black wavy logo wrapped around it. She is fond of this particular brand and flavor since her favorite social media influencer has a discount code. 10% off has never tasted better. The can flies across the room with the accuracy of a deadly sniper and hits Ed square in his face.
Shit!
It looks like all those hours playing video games with Basha has come in handy. As he falls backwards from the concussive force, Em is taken down with him.
Ow, fuck!
The twins are on the floor groaning in pain from this sudden assault, but this is an average day for the Blight siblings. The medium steps over the twins with a smirk of satisfaction and picks up the dented can. She sips the remaining liquid and tosses it in a nearby trash can. The youngest Blight smirks, satisfied with her aim. She now needs to keep her guard up for the impending prank from the twins. Amity passes by her father in the hallway. The exhausted man is currently leaning against the wall, with one hand comfortably tucked in his pants pocket and a mug of coffee in the other. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Alador is fast asleep in this awkward position. The young Blight attempts to take the mug of coffee, but her father's sleeping being refuses. His grip is tighter than a corpse in rigor mortis. She shrugs and continues around the corner to her mother's room. Hello, sweetheart. Take a seat. We have much to discuss. Odalia gives her daughter a fake smile that's supposed to be loving, but it has the opposite effect. Any fool can sense within moments of meeting the fortune teller can tell she lacks empathy. Instead, she tries to mimic the motions and tone, but it fails just shy of being condescending. Mother? Amity eyes the elder cautiously, as she does as she's directed. She's genuinely afraid of her mother. The medium has known for a while her mother has been keeping tight-lipped about something, but has been keeping her distance. So out of the ordinary. It has come to my attention that you spent the morning in the hospital? Were you meeting a friend? Odalia forgoes her cards and slides the crystal ball to a comfortable position in front of herself. Amity breathes in the familiar scent of ginger mixed with fresh sage. She figures lying at this point would be fruitless. But that doesn't mean the teen would hide her distaste for her mother's magic tricks. Did the magical orb tell you? Odalia chuckles. and flicks her wrist in a dismissive manner. Oh, my sweet, naive child. The elder locks her hardened gaze on her daughter. No, your father told me about your little field trip to the morgue. He also told me about how he spent over an hour looking for you when you didn't answer your phone. What's gotten into you? Amity sinks further into her chair. She figures Odalia is giving her a chance to come clean. Before she has a chance to open her mouth, her mother slams her hand on the table, causing a few crystals to topple over. The medium hasn't known fear like this. The older woman is stern at times, but never dared to raise a hand to her children, no matter how annoying they are. So, out with it, you disgusting demon! What have you done? Odalia practically spits, now standing out of her chair. It would only take the woman a few steps to round the table for a well-placed slap, if that's what she wants. Stunned, the teen's brain short-circuits from the strangeness of the situation. The verbal assault continues to pour from Odalia's lips like water falling from the edge of a waterfall. How dare you think you can taint my family? Pathetic. Now Amity's face closely resembles a storm from the tears slipping from her eyelids. Sure, she can take nasty comments, but this is her mother. The woman sighs, with stress firmly creasing her wrinkles. Amity, did you think our world is so black and white? Don't think for a moment you've mastered playing with the connections between the living and the dead. Odalia scoffs. There's so much more to our universe you don't understand. You're playing with fire without knowing. The woman takes a short journey to stand beside her terrified daughter. She reaches out to touch Amity's face, but she quickly retracts her hand like she was burned. Instead, she produces a lighter from her pocket and lights the candle in front of her daughter. She wishes she could have been a better mother. Odalia returns to her seat and presses her fingers against the crystal ball. A purple smoke fills the inside. There is a greater danger than you know, lurking just over your shoulder. The teen cringes, hoping over the shoulder is metaphorical rather than if she turns around, some nightmare-fueled creature will be staring right back at her. Amity watches partially in awe and in disgust as the smoke in the ball clears, revealing an image of a rather damaged skull with glowing red eyes. On top of the skull is the jaw of another, but it seems like it's being worn as a crown. Odalia taps her well-manicured index finger on the crystal ball. This is the sleep paralysis demon, Bellows. Amity should have known better than to doubt her gut instinct that something at the hospital attached itself to her. The older woman continues explaining the creature. Amity, you need to understand, the longer he's attached to you, the harder it will be to get rid of him. Your fate has been altered. I've consulted everything in my grasp, but I can't undo the damage. The teen feels like she's drowning in the ocean with the information. How could this happen? What about Luce? Will she ever get to see her beautiful face awake, or will she succumb to Bellows? How do I get rid of him? Amity asks once she finds her voice. There has to be a way to get rid of him. Mom, please help me. Odalia's anger returns. I said begone, beast. Your kind is not welcome here. The fortune teller grabs a crystal and lobs it directly behind Amity. Goosebumps cover every inch of the teen's flesh. She doesn't dare turn around, especially once she can hear the faint hiss behind her left ear. The older woman locks eyes with her frightened child. She's determined to defy the fates and change the future, no matter the cost. Amity, I need you to open your eyes. What? What are you talking about? I need you to...
Yes, Emily. Wake up.
The medium wakes in panic. Her wild eyes flick around to gather her bearings. The sun is bright. Her clothes are sticking to her clammy skin. She is in her parents' car with the radio playing quietly. Amity sighs and wipes the sweat dripping down her forehead. It was only a dream. The teen tries to calm herself, But once her eyes land on the passenger side mirror, she recoils in terror. The horrific demon from the crystal ball is staring back at her, with its jaw unhinged unnaturally. Amity claps her hands over her mouth and screams. She turns to face the king of nightmares, and he's gone. The driver's side door is flung open, causing the teen to jump out of her skin.
Shit.
Sorry, sweetheart. Elidor quickly apologizes. I saw you sleeping like an angel, and I didn't want to wake you. Amity breathes a sigh of relief. She is glad her father opened the door rather than Bellows. The sleep-deprived man passes a plastic grocery bag to his daughter as he takes his place behind the wheel. Amity wants to take a peek in the bag, but she's afraid Bellows might make another appearance. What did you get? I thought Mom brought groceries yesterday. Elidor shrugs nonchalantly. Just a few things for a spell your mother wants to try out. He hums in deep thought. I know, it's so unlike her to be asking for something last second, but this spell really seems important. The teen nods and looks out the window. She thinks how great it must be to be normal like her father. She wonders if he's ever had an issue with the supernatural. Well, before she drowned. There's no way that dream is real. I'm exhausted. I'm just seeing things. She chastises herself for believing some demon latched onto her like a hungry leech. The brakes squeak as the car comes to a smooth stop behind the family shop. Here, take the bag to your mom. She insisted you're the one to deliver it. Amity ignores anxiety bubbling in her stomach and quickly walks through the building to her mother's room. She notes the ornate sign on her door. Odalia Blight is unavailable. Please reschedule your appointment at the front desk. The teen opens the door to see her mother's table is full of different items that don't seem to go together. Like the screwdriver resting on top of a bar of soap. The wise woman is standing across the room with an old leather book in her hands. Hello, darling. Odalia turns to greet the teen, only to feel a dull ache bloom from her chest. Just set the bag on a table. I'll be with you in a moment. The powerful psychic glances over the edge of the book. She notices a shadowy mist looming just behind Amity, almost like it's waiting for the right moment to smother the teen. Odalia knows what must be done, but she is afraid of the outcome. Amity's eyes wander to the crystal ball. She releases a breath she didn't know she was holding. See? Nothing was there. It was just a weird dream. It's just a coincidence Mom is working on a new spell. She's always researching new techniques to improve her abilities. Amity chokes on her inner monologue as the disembodied skull of Bellows appears in the crystal ball, just like in her dream. For the second time, she clamps her mouth shut with her hands. Only this time, she successfully screams silently. The demon in the crystal ball chuckles as it fades from view. Odalia's head snaps up from the ancient text from her daughter's sudden movement. She sees the fear clearly in the medium's eyes. She slowly closes the book and looks around the room for any sign of the dark mist, but doesn't find any. Where is he? Where's Bellows? That wasn't a dream?